What's up, everybody? It's your Queen Kilo back with another episode of Unruly Plug. Yeah, today, today we got a different type of music for y'all. I hope y'all ready for it. Where my saints at? GP, are you with me? No, I'm just playing. But yeah, we got a very special guest. His name is Tramaine Long. We've not heard music from him on this platform yet, but we're hoping to get to know him a lot better. Without further ado, take him away with the intro, baby. Ain't no guitar in the intro. I don't know why I did that. Unruly, 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 I had a brain unruly, 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 unruly. I'm new to this, but I'm still true to this, you know. So, hello, hello. It's That's a nice setup you got going on back there. I'm just checking out the background. I'm like, you in a studio right now?
Yeah, I'm in my studio. Yeah,
That's a
thank you.
vibe. So you have a studio at home?
hmm
Okay. I'm trying to build a studio at home. So I have questions I'll ask at another time, but that's interesting and
You
very
can ask me after this or whatever question you got. I don't
okay.
mind giving advice.
Good. Okay. Don't take it back because I'm a question asker. I love to ask
Ask
questions.
questions. You got my number, so
Okay. Yeah,
you
you're
can do
right.
that
You're
too.
right.
What your name? Kilo?
Yes, my name is
Oh,
Kilo.
okay.
So it's a nickname I got when I was in the army. It's just like the phonetic alphabet for the letter K. And since
hmm
my first name is Kiva, it was just like a nickname that was literally the same amount of syllables as my original name.
hmm
But it sounded like at the time it sounded a lot cooler, like because everybody else's initials weren't as cool. So I just stuck with it throughout the military and kept it when I got out.
Okay. The only Kilo I know is the artist, the singer.
Okay.
You know Kilo?
No.
Back in the day.
Oh, wait.
Back in the day, he
I'm gonna
had.
have to remember the
I think
song.
I think he had that white horse. Don't you ride that white? Don't you ride that white horse? You remember that?
It sounds familiar. It sounds familiar, but I'm
It's
probably
old. It's like
this.
Georgia, like down south.
Okay, so I probably don't know it then. I mean, I might because I mean I have family in South Carolina and I currently live in Georgia, but
Okay.
I don't think I really knew much about anybody named like Kilo. Like growing up, my mom only let me listen to gospel music,
I got
so
you.
I
I got
didn't really know too much unless it was like slow songs or a different type of genre like
you.
soul and stuff like that. She let us listen to.
So you a church girl?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
That's good.
in many ways, but not like the church girl gone bad type. I'm really just
I, I
just
wasn't even trying to put that on you. You just said you grew up in church, so like I get it. I get it.
okay.
Trust me.
I'm telling on myself then. So, okay, Tremaine Long, is that your government name or is this
Yeah, so
just your
that's my
artist name?
government, Tramaine Long. Mhm.
Okay. And so I was looking at your page. I didn't get much time in, but I was looking at your page and do you do gospel music?
Mhm.
I just discovered this today, but I didn't get a chance to hear it yet. So in the song that you just sent me, I'll be listening to it with you for the first time.
Mhm.
But um, I want to know more about like your music journey and how you started doing gospel music to begin with.
So the interview going right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't even know. I'm thinking like, okay, all right, okay, that's what's up. All right. So, so I started with music. It started. I guess the seeds were sown in my life when I was a kid. So
Hmm.
like, my it's in my DNA. My father can sing. He can play the bass guitar. He played the drums. So it's always been in my DNA to have an ear for music and singing and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Being in church, having to sing in church, singing in the kids' choir, stuff like that. But then, years, my mother kind of got out. We kind of got out of church. She's a
Hmm.
prophetess now, but at the
Hmm.
time we kind of separated. So we was living in Georgia, staying in the hood, and listening to R&B that was out at the time, like the Jodeci's and the Silks and the Genuines and all this stuff.
Yeah.
listening to Camp, listening to Cash Money and all that stuff. So I grew up really listening to a lot of hip hop and R&B. And then I did listen to like Fred Hammond's,
Mhm.
the Commission, John P. Key. Speaking of John P. Key, I just performed at his church a couple of like a month
Wow.
ago. Yeah, that was cool to perform in front of him. Like I like watching that man growing up, listening to
Right?
Jesus is real.
What was that like?
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was real cool to be able to sing. It was late. I went on late, so it was a lot of other artists, but I went on
Mhm.
late. But he was right there, dapped me up, gave him one of my albums and gave them to him and everything. And so he was like, "No, shake my hand. No, come shake my hand." That was a blessing to kind of have that because that was like a full circle moment because I grew up listening to him and
Wow.
watching his choirs as a kid. Like, we
Exactly.
we had the cassette tape. Me and my sisters, we would watch that all the time. Just we didn't really have CD players and stuff at this time, so we just
Mhm.
it was a VHS video of his church concert
Yeah.
of his concert. So we used to watch that all the time. So, but listening to him and and so after that, I kind of got older, and then around like 14, I kind of was like, I just had this. I don't know, man. It was like I just knew what I wanted to do at
Yeah.
14. I wasn't recording nothing and nothing like that. I just knew what I wanted to do. I told me and my friends, and all of us do music now, by the way. This is crazy. Like,
Wow.
we used to always freestyle and stuff around the neighborhood. I'm like, man, I feel like one day, man, we can just do this ourselves. We can make our own music. We can do this
Mhm.
ourselves. We don't got to do nobody else. And so 17, my best friend who taught me how to make beats, by the way, he gave me FL Studios,
Mhm.
Fruit Loops, and he gave me Sony Acid Pro,
Oh,
and
wow.
that was my introduction to music production
Yeah.
and recording myself because I had this mindset when I was young at 17. I said I know I ain't had no money to pay for studio time.
Yeah.
So what I did was, I had like a little restaurant job, and I was staying with my mom. So my mom had this old computer, and I'm trying to give you how I got going with this. So
No, you painting a perfect picture. I'm,
yeah,
like,
so
imagining it.
so my mother had this old Windows computer that she wasn't using.
Mhm.
So I took that, I put FL and Sony Acid Pro on there. I needed a mic, so I went to Radio Shack. We don't have those like that no more. So I went to Radio Shack and got an old dynamic mic, one of those stage mics,
Yeah.
and I got a mic stand, and I got a sock, and put it over put it over the
That's
mic,
smart.
and we
Smart.
started. And that's what we started just doing it like that. And so and that was the studio. I had the studio. So
Wow.
and I started learning how to make beats
Mhm.
and recording myself. So my best friend gave me the structure on how to make beats because you hear what I do now versus then, it don't sound tink 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 tink. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I had a thank God for my beautiful mom. She kept it real with me. I'm like, Mom, this beat sound like this, don't it? I was trying to compare my music to what was
Yeah.
out, and she was like, No, baby, no, baby, it don't sound like that. And I didn't get mad or nothing. I just analyzed. I said, it don't sound like that. And it
Shout out
made
to
me want
mom.
to keep going. So I went from that getting out of high school. I went to Job Corps in
Okay.
Albany, Georgia. I went to Job Corps, and we had two preachers. It was a preach because my nickname is preach, but
Okay.
yeah. But I had a guy. It was another priest. He cut hair. It was the other preacher was me. That was the producer because I was in my room. I bought my little crappy little laptop. Had a little old little window laptop. The screen was flipping. It was about to pop off. But
Wow.
I held it together.
You
But
did
I
what it had to
had it in my
do.
dorm room. I had my little computer speakers. I had like a little you remember those old mics, some old computer mics that like they was a stand up. It was like an old little
Little
mic. They were
flimsy
small.
with the
Yeah.
little,
They
yeah.
were real skinny and small,
And
and
it
you could
had a
just use
little
them there for a computer mic. We
yeah.
used to record. in the dorm.
With those
Everybody, I
mics.
had a whole dorm in my little small little room. Everybody in there like trying to rap, trying to record, like and so. But I wanted to get better at making beats. So
Mhm.
what I did was I try to like I love Lil Jon at the time. This when crunk music was the thing.
Yeah.
Lil Jon, Kanye, Timbaland. I was trying to all the popular producers. I was trying to mimic their sound. Like if I can
Okay.
make beats like them, I'm good. You
Mhm.
know. And so and while everybody like after class, while everybody was out trying to holler at girls, I was in my dorm room banging out beats. You know what I'm saying? So I literally put in those 10,000 hours
Yeah.
doing that, making beats, and then I just kept getting better and better. I was doing a whole lot more rapping at the time because, like, even though I could sing, but I really didn't sing like that because in high school, I thought I looked lame.
Oh,
I
you
thought
didn't
I
want to
looked
be.
lame if I was singing, but I realized as I got older, it's like girls like this.
Exactly.
Girls
Exactly.
like this. And so um, I had to like, and then that's when I really because I love R&B. I love the
Mhm.
sound, the soulfulness of R&B.
Yeah.
And so 2008, so I was in a rap group. I did a lot of stuff. So then 2008, I ended up this how I transitioned to gospel.
Okay.
Just how I transitioned to gospel, like because I was doing secular stuff. Like I was in a group called Chopper Squad, rapping.
Oh, yeah, I was about that.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't a game though. It was just the in the hood like we took up for each other,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a game. But it was just the name of our group. It was a lot of us, and so when we came somewhere, we was deep, but we was winning competitions. Every time somebody has something, we had the whole little. Everybody had their own little. We call it wet paint T-shirts.
Mhm.
So my partner, my best friend, he's get the fabric paint
Yeah.
and draw on the shirts, and everybody had their names on. It was just dope.
Oh,
We
it
got
was,
the glitter and
yeah.
the fitted caps and stuff like that. We matched the shirt, and so
With the
we had
shirt
our
and the
own.
jeans.
Yeah, yeah, and it was tall tees.
Tall
It
tees,
was
yeah.
tall tees. We had jabos. So it was a lot of that. But when we went, our performances, and that's why I got a lot of my performance skills from doing a lot of those things, winning those competitions.
Mhm.
We had some things. Lil Wayne came to the Georgia. He had I don't know what happened to this thing that happened, but at this time he had this thing from he. It was like an American Idol type of deal. So you're supposed to win these things, win these rounds, and then I get you go stay in the house. It was almost something like this is.
Like
It was
making a
like that,
band or
but I don't know what happened to it. But
yeah.
I never met Wayne, but I did make it to the next round that I didn't know I made it, which is so crazy.
Oh, wow.
It was so crazy. So imagine American Idol people going to the place and
Yeah.
they lined up to go in front of the judges
And
and stuff
audition
like
and all
that.
that.
I
You
go in
did all
there
that.
and so my whole Chopper Squad group, we all went. Only two of
Mhm.
us got picked.
Out
But
of the
my
whole.
partner Smoke got picked and so but I didn't know I got picked. So when I went and did my audition, uh I went in there and I did a freestyle that I had, a rap that I did, and I messed up on it a little bit. I'm like, dang. And they were like, oh, and I was like, hold
Oh,
on, wait, wait,
wow.
wait, 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 wait. I can sing too though. I can sing too though. Right?
And you start
And
singing.
I started singing Usher. You remind me of a girl. I started
Yeah.
singing that. And then they were crazy for that. And so but they didn't tell me it wasn't like American, you going to Hollywood. It wasn't nothing like that.
Yeah.
So they didn't tell me nothing. So I didn't know that I made it. But my
Wow.
partner Smoot made it, so he had to prepare for this performance and
Mhm.
everything. And so they ended up calling my phone one day and it was like, "Hey man, why you didn't show up to the thing? You know you made it to the next round." I said, "Man, I didn't even know I made it."
It's like nobody
So
told you.
nobody told me. It wasn't like, "Yeah, man, you made it." It was just like I was done and
Yeah.
I just left out.
Went on about
Like
your
you know what I'm
business.
saying? Nobody said nothing. So, but
Dang.
but having those type of opportunities, just to have those type of experiences, I was like 19, 18, 19, 20 at the time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. They're probably like '05, '06 or something like that. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
It's like '06. It was like '06 when that happened. So
Damn.
Yeah, so it was a minute ago. So I ended up doing that, and then 2008 came. I was starting to get into the R&B stuff, and then I just heard the Lord. Mind you, I grew up in church. My father was a pastor,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But I heard the Lord tell me it's time for you to give your life to me, and so and how I made that transition to the gospel, I was wrestling with it. I was still going to the studio, producing and doing other secular music, and then
Yeah.
my partner Black, my brother, man, he was dropping me off home one day from the studio, and I was just like, bro, I feel like it's time for me to give my life to God and do it for Him. Now he a real street dude. Been
Yeah.
shot at, everything. Been shot at people, and did all types of stuff. One of the realest dudes I know, and he just told me this, and I don't know why. I guess because it came from him to hear it from him. He was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Bro, whatever you do, man, don't play with it."
Oh.
And so, those words it sticks with me to this day. And
Mm-hmm.
so did I fall and have mess ups? Yeah, of course, because it's a process. You growing, you
Yeah.
raise this guy's child, but ended up start doing gospel. Um, and then and I'm still on my music journey. So as I started doing this, I didn't understand like how in the world do I don't want to do the yes Lord Jesus. It's not me. I'm like I came from doing this R&B
Yeah.
and hip hop. Like how can I do this? And so I met this young lady on the bus. That's a rock model. For people that's in Georgia, I know what MARTA is. With
Yeah,
some
we know.
y'all know what MARTA is. But I used to ride the MARTA. I used to work at the airport, so I used to work for Elmart. I used to ride the bus, and I met this girl on the bus one day. She just had some headphones on, listening to some music. I said, "Hey, what you listening to?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm listening to Lecrae." Now this is when Lecrae won't really. He wasn't. This is real talk Lecrae, like the first album.
Okay.
She'll listen to Lecrae, and I'm like, dang. She'll like, you want to listen to it? Because I thought gospel rap was corny at one point in time. It was corny. They just, you know what I mean? But when I heard her, I said, hey, this sound like what I listen to. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So then she put me on to Lecrae, and she put me on to The Truth, and she put me on a Flame.
Okay.
So I got a number, not like we hollered at each other like that. I just got a number, and she like, I'm gonna make you a CD with all their albums on it. She made me a data disc and put all this
Okay.
stuff on it, and that's how I would start
Wow.
listening to. Okay, this is how I can do this, right? This is how I can translate my music over and make it sound dope. But because they was at the time, Lecrae was preaching in his word, like I
Mm-hmm.
mean in his music. Flame, all of them. Flame still do a lot more teaching in his music than Lecrae do right now. But at the time, they all was doing it the truth, and that's how I learned a lot about the Bible is listening
I'm
to their
listening
music.
to. Wow.
So, so then I'm like, man, I want to sing, I want to do it, but I don't want to do the hooping and hollering type singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was asking God to send me somebody that got a decent R&B sound, and I found Ken Jones.
You said Cam Jones?
Ken Jones.
Cam Jones. Okay.
I'ma stay safe. I'ma
Okay.
even though. So that's the first time I heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's see that right there was a blessing too because I was able to work with him, produce
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
What?
Yes, I was able to do something with Ken Jones.
A full
Um,
circle moment with that too.
yeah, say it again.
Wow. I say so it was another like full
Yeah,
circle moment.
but this somebody like I met him through some people I met in Kansas, like her name
Mm-hmm.
Tiana Gunn, and because they was working with him, and
Okay.
so, but I listened to Ken Jones. I'm like, oh, this is how I can, because it stuff sounds soulful. It didn't sound like the typical gospel music that I normally hear. Just like I
Mm-hmm.
want to be me, and still do gospel. So I went from that, and then I was still trying to find myself because at the time I was sounding like everybody else. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody I heard, I just sound like them. I didn't sound like Tramaine. Now I sound like Tramaine. You hear
Okay.
me? You hear? I sound like me. You know what I mean? You may hear some of my influences, but I sound like me. I try
Like
to
you.
make it me. So I hope this ain't boring you. but
No, I'm intrigued, literally.
yeah. I ended up trying to find myself more and more and getting better and better. I'm more in church now.
Hmm.
I like joined the church on my own for the first time. And getting on the praise team and doing things. So now, I'm trying to figure out this whole walk. Like, okay,
Yeah.
how to get closer to God. And I realized while I was on the praise team, this kind of backed me up from like being in the forefront of music for a second, because God had to start working on my heart.
Hmm.
Because I started being on the praise team. I was the only male singer on the praise, the number of girls on the team. It wasn't like I thought I was all that because of a bunch of girls. It was just the fact that, Tramaine, why are you doing this?
Hmm.
Because I had this. I want to share this. So hopefully this story helps somebody.
Okay.
This is good though. Um, I was at church after church. We had this mass choir that came to the church. They
Hmm.
came on a big old charter bus. So we know them do praise and work, but we didn't do it this time. We let them do their thing. So after church, we had a room in the back that had a piano. Somebody be on the keys, and we be back there singing and stuff like that. So the
Hmm.
lead singer from the mass choir came back there and hit a run and hit a note. So I felt some type of way, like, what are you doing? So I went and hit a stupid little run, something like that. I
Yeah.
went up and she looked at me. She said, okay. And walked out the room. Just walked out the room. I felt so bad and stupid. like,
Wow. Oh,
so
you felt like you were just trying to like.
yeah, she was just having fun, but I was trying to show her up. And she
Hmm.
she picked it up. So God rest his soul, our piano player at the time, he was one of the guys that's to drink, he to drink and stuff and still
Hmm.
be at
Yeah.
church, what I'm saying, to play on Sunday. Every Sunday he there, but he
Yeah.
be
I
selling
know.
like alcohol or whatever, like you know what I'm saying. So soon as she walked out, like a couple of seconds later, I ended up walking out because I felt stupid. Like, why
Hmm.
I just do that? And then he like, hey, come here, right quick, man. He said, man, you
Hmm.
can let nobody show you up in your house, huh? I feel so
You felt
bad.
bad.
I feel so bad. But I'm happy that happened
Hmm.
because it really made me look at myself like, why are you doing this? Are
Hmm.
you doing this because you want to glorify God, or are you doing this because you want to be saved?
Oh.
So now, so now when people see what I'm doing, like, bro, I'd rather play the background. But to
Yeah.
be honest with you, me being an artist right now, because God's like, no, it's time. It's
Hmm.
time for you to go. It's time for you to get out there. Do this album. Time for you to be legendary. That's why my album's called Legendary. You know what I'm saying? Time for you to be legendary. Go be legendary. Be who I called you to be. And so I don't know. I'm trying to sum it up. So yeah, so I got to that, and now we working. God, my single "Put on Your Wings" that I sent you is doing
Hmm.
pretty good on the charts right now. It's going up the charts. It just got number one on the Urban Influencer gospel charts.
Hmm.
Media base, it was number 16, so it's going
Wow.
up. So it's number 16 on the media base, and we about to transfer it over to Billboard so it can start going up on that chart.
Okay.
But this all
Congratulations.
God. So this ain't been a
Hmm.
year. I've been
Hmm.
playing the background, and so the other thing that I've done for my music journey is because a lot of things that I was going off talent, just my talent, and
Hmm.
but like when I get in the studio, I I just go off my ear. But there's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff I didn't know how I got the result, right?
Okay.
So I had to start educating myself. So
Hmm.
and I took years of doing that, developing myself on mixing. I'm always growing and trying to become better in my craft, but it's levels. You know what I mean? How they get their stuff to sound like this? You know what I mean? So I take time to study and stuff, and so um, like I said, I went to Job Corps, right? So I went to
Okay.
Job Corps. By me going to Job Corps, I didn't graduate high school, right? So I don't mind sharing this stuff in my testimony, but this is what I'm saying. So I didn't graduate high school. So what I ended up doing, I went to Job Corps and I got my trade. I didn't even use that trade. I
What
didn't use
trade
it at
was it?
all. So what I ended up doing is like later on down the line, I had this fear of failing because I didn't get my GED until I was 30.
Ain't
Till I
nothing
was
wrong
30
with that.
years
At
old.
least you got it.
Yeah, I got it, but I didn't get it till I was 30 because I was afraid of failing. Like, you know what
Failing the
I'm
test
saying?
to
Failing the
take it.
test. So
Yeah.
and I realized once I took it, because I failed it by 1 point. And so they were like, and I was in job because they're like, why don't you just stay one more week? I got homesick, I was ready to go. So, anyways, fast forward, being 30 years old, I get my GED, and then you know, my apostle at the time, who was telling me, he was like, hey, you need to go to college.
Hmm.
And he was telling me why. He said it's not that you just need to go just because you need to go to school. You need to go because you need to learn how to sit in a learning environment to sit down and know how to learn.
Okay.
I didn't know how to learn. I was just doing stuff and I was throwing stuff at the wall.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, what am I going to school for? I didn't because I didn't. I'm older now. I'm like I'm not somebody that's 18, 19, getting out of high school and they trying to
Yeah.
figure this out. Like I don't know. No, if I'm gonna go to put myself in debt for
Yeah. I need
an
to.
investment,
Yeah.
it better be something that's going to help me. So,
Okay. What did you
what I
choose?
ended up doing was I ended up talking to one a close friend of mine, and I said, "Hey, man, like, cause he went to Full Sail and he was a teacher at Full Sail University.
Hmm.
You heard of Full Sail before?
Absolutely. I'm
Okay,
actually in grad school at Full Sail right now.
for real?
Yeah, for my public relations and digital marketing. I'm in grad school
All
at Full
right, all
Sail.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, you
thank
with
you.
me, baby? Okay, all right, okay. So he was like, "Hey, man," because he was his name was Troy Everett, but he was like, "Hey, look." You already have a business. I had a business called Divine Light Media doing
Mhm.
production and stuff. He said you don't really need to go to school for the production and stuff like that. You already do that, but you need to go
Mhm.
to school for business for the
Mhm.
business. Go to school for entertainment business.
Okay.
And so and I just took advice. I went to school for entertainment business, and I got my bachelor's. I never thought I'd go to college.
Really?
I never thought I'd go to college. I never thought that I would that was a struggle because
Mhm.
I thought like, man, I ain't good enough for college. And I get in
Yeah.
there and I do great. I killed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when I was younger, I just didn't know how to apply myself. I done been
Mhm.
through so much stuff in life to where I'm working in leadership management jobs, management roles, not having a high school diploma or a
Yeah.
GED. God just opened up the doors for me. I
Mhm.
have it now, so can't nobody say nothing now.
Eh,
But at the time,
you had
I
that
was doing it, but
experience though.
that's where I got a lot of my work ethic from to stay
Mhm.
focused and to complete a task. So that Full Sail was part of my music journey because it helped me those same skills I learned in Full Sail, I'm applying it right now to my marketing and promotion.
Mhm.
So I do a lot of my own marketing and promotion because
Yeah.
that's what I went to school for. So it's
Exactly.
just like, okay, and that was my problem with I'd make good music, but it's one thing just putting it out on the platforms, but can't nobody ever hear your stuff. If they
Mhm.
don't know how to find you, or you're not putting yourself out there, you don't know what the proper channels to use to market yourself.
Exactly.
Nobody will never hear your music. Nobody will never, if you have a product, nobody will never know that your product even exists. I don't care how dope it is. So that's one thing Full Sail taught us is about marketing and
Mhm.
and promoting and networking. Those are some of
Yes.
the main things they tell you, and especially when you get in that business degree. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So you got to market. They teach you a lot of other stuff, but that marketing
But
is one of
marketing, they don't.
the and knowing your target audience, knowing how to realize, and that stuff helped me. It put
Mhm.
like I was just applying those things I learned in school and some other courses I learned I took outside of school. I'm applying
Mhm.
those different techniques, and I'm just been putting in the work. And God just been sending people my way. People just been seeing. I saw the
Wow.
video that you put out with your music, and you dope, man. Hey, man. And then some things I had to take a chance on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying? With
mean,
some people,
that's.
like my radio promoter, the one that helps
Mhm.
me get he hit me up. Like I didn't want looking for him. He hit me. Like,
Yeah.
but he saw my video that I put out, and I was knowing how to. Okay, I'm gonna use this channel to promote this. I'm gonna use this platform to promote this, and it caught his eye. He's like, man, I love your song. Hey man, like do you need radio promotion? I can help you with that. So if it wasn't for this man, like literally working with an artist that I work with already, I seen him interview him, and I'm like, hey man, what's up with this dude? Who is he? Cause I never heard of him. Shout out
Yeah.
to Chris King, by the way. That's what I'm talking about. Chris King,
Okay. Shout out to Chris.
He just won a Stellar Award, by the way.
Okay. Congratulations to
Yeah,
Chris
Chris just won
King.
a Stellar Award. So yeah, so working with him, man, those type of things is what's helping me with my musical journey. You asking me, so I'm just trying to. This is
Give
the
a
journey.
good.
This is how this
Wow.
thing been going, and the main thing is really a lot of prayer, a lot of fasting, a lot of seeking God face out what you want me to do, moving by peace. If I don't have no
Hmm.
peace, I ain't moving. I ain't talking
Hmm.
about moving by flesh by not having peace. Like man, I just don't want to do it, or because sometimes God would tell you to do something and your flesh don't want to move, but your spirit
Hmm.
like you need to do it. So things like that. Yeah, I know I just went on, but I was trying to give it to you. So go ahead. You
No,
got
you
what else
painted
you got?
a beautiful picture of your journey from beginning to current day, and it was like, wow, you've already shown that you've been performative since an early age, that you've gotten to producing at an early age, and you've been in the Fruity Loops, and they've upgraded so many different things along the way, and so many different platforms have joined in, or it's an incredible journey that you have expressed just now. And it's,
Mhm.
to me, I'm like, I've seen so many different instances just in that brief story where God was moving without you even saying it. Like that girl on the bus was probably someone God sent to show you this type of music, and then that friend was someone God sent, and then that message, that final message before making that decision, was a close friend of yours, someone you know that you love and you trust, and God put that message in his ear to give it to you. Do not play with him. And you, it just seems like you've been taking in everything that he's been putting out. You've been learning your lessons, and moving up along the way. And it's just like, wow, incredible for sure. But if you had to put one word to describe this journey, what would it be?
One word:
One word.
faith.
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 Yes.
And I ain't trying to
Faith.
sound extra churchy either. It's been a faith walk. Like to a lot of times the guy tell me to do something, and to everybody said, "Why you doing that? That don't make sense."
Mm-hmm.
But like I know I heard him tell me to do this.
Exactly.
Even when I put out the first single for the album, "Be Holy," my
Mm-hmm.
wife was like, she was like we just had a baby. Like, you sure God telling you to do this right now? I'm
And
like,
you was
yeah,
like,
yeah. I'm like, and then, but she didn't. She wasn't really feeling it like that, but she went with it.
mm-hmm.
And then now she my manager. So now she my manager for real. Now she my manager,
That's dope.
and she's seeing how just being obedient,
Mm-hmm.
how God just opened up doors. The Chris King, he tell us all the time. He said, Tramaine, I don't think y'all understand the amount of things that we accomplished in less than a year. I just put this album out, and we got considered for a Stellar Award. My song is doing good on the charts. Also, I got nominated for two Ability Awards. So I got to go to Texas for this award show in Texas.
Wow.
This at the end of October. Then it's
Mm-hmm.
another the Kingdom Image Awards. I got nominated. I been getting people hitting the like just hitting us up like, hey, we want to nominate you for this and that. Do you want to accept this nomination? I'm like, we can't go to all these things. Like it just comes, it's just coming,
Yeah. It's
And
pouring in.
and it's a faith thing, like because
Mm-hmm.
it's people don't understand. You got to put money into this stuff. This stuff
Yeah.
just don't come out of thin air. Like
Absolutely.
by me moving right, and and I am putting money into it, but God is giving me favor with these people that I'm meeting, and they're like, man, I see what you're doing, I want to help.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's the part of the journey of the faith thing that I had to work on. My character had to get built because if
Mm-hmm.
I would have got this stuff when I was young, We won this thing when I was with Chopper Squad. It was this thing. It was at this club I called Club Bim, and on Martin Luther King. You
Mm-hmm.
know, on out there by in Adamville.
Okay.
All right, there's a club called Club Bim, and they had this. They had So Dub DJ was out there, and that's what we used to win these competitions. And so whoever won this competition, you supposed to win like 3 times in a row. If you win 3 times in a row, you go on tour with So Dub.
Wow.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like every time we had all these opportunities happening for us, and stuff will never fall. Everything was wasn't falling through. It was just like nothing was working. And I
Yeah.
really, now that I look back, I feel like God was keeping me. He was hiding me
Mm-hmm.
for my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
For sure. So, do you think you said it was, I think, a coworker or maybe someone like in your school that said that you needed to learn, so you needed to go back to school just so you can learn how to learn. Do you think that that has had any impact on your progress in moving up thus far, like finally being able to learn, or do you think you still probably need to work on the learning portion of
um, so school helped me out a lot.
it? Hmm.
As you know,
Yeah.
those Wednesday discussion questions. Y'all know? Are you getting those?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, like you have these assignments and stuff like that. One thing I tell people is that now that I went to school,
Hmm.
now that I with school, they don't give you the answers. You got to go and research.
Hmm.
They teach you how to research. They teach you
Exactly.
how to find the answer. You see what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
and that what made me know how to learn. Okay, wow,
Hmm.
where do I go find the answers? Where's the best? What's the best source? That's why
Yeah.
you have to cite your
Cite your
information,
source.
your sources. Okay,
Yeah.
like to make sure they're credible or not.
Hmm.
They teach you a lot of these things. So now I feel like if I want to learn something, I just do what I did in school. But one thing about school, school teaches you they put a curriculum together and they teach you from A to Z.
Hmm.
What I was doing before school, I was jumping from C to K to, and it wasn't no structure. So now I'm missing steps. So
Yeah. Essential
I'm like,
steps on top of
yeah,
that.
yeah. So now I have more. My brain is more structured to learn in a more structured way. And so that's the person who was my apostle at the time.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So he was just like Tramaine. It's the crazy thing. It's my brother. Me and him. He won the SAE.
Okay.
You heard the SAE?
Yes.
So
I
so
can't
this
remember what it stands
it's
for.
another school that does music engineering, production, video, all this
Hmm.
stuff too. It's just in Atlanta. So they got
Okay.
their instructors are like Grammy Award winning engineers and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
he went there. So when me and him, I was in a group that I didn't mention this. I was in this group called Kingdom Project. It was a gospel group that it was 3 rappers because I did rap, but I sung, and then we had a female in the group, and she sung. So I used to mix, I used to produce and do it, mix and everything, right? But like, so he was just like, man, I don't like how my voice sound. I don't like how this stuff sounds. So he went to school. So as him going to school to educate himself, which
Hmm.
I tell you, he's an apostle now. At the time, he was just Minister McKinley, like you know what I mean,
Yeah.
Hardy. So now he went to school. He like, man, look, you doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You want to set your stuff up like this. This is how signal flow works. Cause he going to school. So,
Hmm.
but I had an ear, but he had the
The
knowledge and the
knowledge.
information. So
Yeah.
so that's the part I was missing. I got the skill set, I got the ear, but I don't know how did I got the sound.
Yeah.
How did I do this? So same thing with I shoot music videos. All my music videos I shot.
Oh
So,
wow.
so if you ever go and look at the music, I shot my music videos. So I had to learn about cameras. I had to learn about lighting,
Hmm.
how lighting worked. Okay, how do I edit? So I had to get somebody, my best friend that told me how to make beats. He know how to edit videos. I said, look, I got this music video. Because I needed to. I always had the mindset of I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money on somebody
Yeah.
else doing it when I can do it myself, unless I just got the
Absolutely.
bread. But if I
Hmm.
don't got the bread, I have to do this myself. So I said, listen, I got this video. I made them. Look, you gonna show me how to edit this video. I'm coming to your house and we're gonna pull it up.
And
How
we
we
can
gonna
work.
edit? It wasn't even my video, for my nephew. I'm like,
Hmm.
look, I shot a video. I just want to edit it. Show me what to do. Show me the steps. And he gave me his steps. And I took that, learned on it, and I started watching other videos, learning YouTube University on
Yeah.
how to use this, how this plugin work, how that work, how that work. You know what I'm saying? So, but to answer your question, like that, just my learning, I'm still learning, trying to learn how to find better ways to learn, to
Hmm.
find faster and the more efficient ways to consume information. Because then when I was in high school, I didn't care for learning.
Yeah.
I ain't want to read. I ain't want to do nothing. But then as I got older, I realized I need
You
to,
need these
and
things.
I love learning now. I
Yeah.
love it. I love information. I love to find out the next thing and okay, how do this work? How do money work? How do this work? Okay, if I make a lot of money, how do millionaires think?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do I put myself in a position to win, like financially? All that stuff play a part. How do I budget? Like, all these different things. And okay, so who I go to? Who's great at this thing? Let me go to them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can you mentor me? Can you show me? And some people I may not even know. I may just read a lot of their material, like Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read
Hmm.
11 of his books in 2021. I,
Wow.
I just wanted to. Okay, look, this is a part of my life where I am trash. I need to understand how to develop myself financially so that I can be able to create generational wealth for my family. I wasn't married at the time, just me and my son. So like because I want him to be able to say because nobody taught me finances.
Yeah.
A lot of black people, parents
Exactly.
don't teach their kids how to handle money. You just like, don't get a credit card.
Yeah.
Understanding credit is how the world moves. Like you need credit, but if you don't know how to, they tell you that because they don't want you. Because
You
they
don't want you to
know
mess it
they
up,
don't know what to do. They gonna jack it up. They jack theirs up, so don't get.
nobody ever taught them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So now I'm at a place where I'm teaching my mom.
Yeah.
Mom, you want to do this? You want to do that?
Wow.
She'll call me, hey, Tramaine, what you think about this? Because they trust me now because they've seen that I've been putting in the work to better myself and educate myself.
Okay. All right. So I have more questions, but I want to make sure we listen to the song that you sent before I go over because we got like 10 minutes left now.
Okay, good.
So, is there anything that you wanted to mention about the song before I play it?
All right, so the song that you're about to play is called "Put on Your Wings." It's off my album that came out February 14th on Valentine's Day called "Legendary." And the song is, like I said, is charting number 1 on the urban influencer gospel charts, and it's number 16 on the media based charts, which is a big thing because Billboard get all this information from media based. So,
Hmm.
so by the way, but Billboard just the real popular one. But
Yeah.
it's doing good. It's playing all over the world right now. So in this song, "Put on Your Wings" is basically a song talking about encouraging yourself. When you when you got going through pain, somebody hurt you, or you got something going on, knowing how to encourage yourself by standing on God's word. And
Okay.
just gotta put on your wings and fly. So God will stand on His words and do what His words saying. Just take off and fly, baby. You got this. So over all this stuff, you
I
good.
know that's right.
All right, so put on your wings.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and give it a listen now. I had to pull it up, but I'm about to put it on the screen now. We're just going to go ahead and give it a. There we go. If you only knew, yeah, the pain that I've been through. I've been down and out, counted out, and talked about. I've been beat on and cheated on. I'm trying to stay strong and just fight, but I'm lonely at night. I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. I'm stuck up in my head, it's lies turning into truth. That's why I'm calling on you, Lord, to pull me through, to pull me through. All you gotta do is fly, put on your wings and just fly. Encourage yourself, and all you gotta do is fly. And put on your wings and just fly. Just fly. do is fly. Fly. Put on your wings and just fly. Fly. Encourage yourself and all you gotta do is fly. And put on your wings and just fly. Just fly. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. To fly. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Encourage yourself. Oh, wow. All you gotta do is believe in yourself and never give up. Stand on God's word. Wow. That wait, where am I? Okay. Losing the camera. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. That was good. I like that. Was that your mother in the video?
Yes, that was my mother. Yep.
Wow. She played
Yep.
that part. I like it was very touching. I could tell by the way the conversation was going. That's just exactly how a mother would give that love and that word exactly how you need it. That
It
was
was
beautiful.
it was so funny because when we shot that, I kept laughing because I couldn't look at her face because she looked so serious. I'm like, "You doing such a good job. I gotta get a reaction."
You got them acting skills on point.
Yeah, man, she did a good job on that. And every time everybody point that out, and I'm like, "No, I gotta have this in here because this dude for
Yeah,
it just brought out the emotion."
exactly.
So she did a
That
good
was
job.
perfect.
Shout out to
Wow.
my dudes.
That was perfect and such a wonderful song too, and very motivational, inspirational as well. I
Appreciate it.
love to hear gospel music that doesn't make you feel. I mean, I love the hoot and hollering myself, but I love the slow stuff. I love the what is it? I love all kind of music, honestly.
Mhm.
So it would be hard to even try to narrow it down. But what I wanted to say was, as far as the Black community is concerned, what's something about gospel music that you want people to know, or that you feel like there's what kind of stigma do you want to break so that people can feel more, you know,
That's a good
close.
question. You said what type of stigma I want to break.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the one thing I really dislike about our industry when it comes to gospel, the black,
Mm-hmm.
is just like you have to do music a certain way. Everybody's so uptight sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to present a certain way. You gotta look a certain way and be a certain way, and God care about your heart.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I don't think I said this earlier, but one of the things that God told me when it pertaining to doing music, because I was battling with the whole thing, doing R&B, gospel, and stuff like that, and just creating music. Sometimes I want to
Yeah.
create music, and
Yeah.
God said, like, you got free range to do music as long as it's not tearing down my kingdom.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I want to just let, because like sometimes you see Lecrae starting to work with other artists, secular
Mm-hmm.
artists, or Kurt Franklin's.
Mm-hmm.
They working with these secular artists, but they need to. That could be the seed.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So I'm
That's
not
how I
even,
always see it.
yeah, I'm not even saying like that's what I just do all the time. I work with all types of artists,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the thing is, it's just like, people just try to put you in a box, like
Mm-hmm.
just all you do. Like, no, I do R&B too. I got a whole album that's not out yet
Yeah.
that's dedicated just to my wife, and it's R&B music.
Wow.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's R&B music in the right context. Just
Mm-hmm.
put it like that.
The good
Right?
stuff.
Yeah,
The good stuff.
it's like you can ride with this. I ain't talking. It's not churchy though.
Yeah.
Like, that makes sense what I'm saying,
I get what you're saying.
but it's not tearing down God's kingdom. That's my like my boundary. Okay,
Yeah.
is this going when I write this, is it gonna be something that's gonna turn people away from God?
Exactly.
Can my kids listen to this in the car?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think about. But that's the thing I want to break. It's just that, like, if you're a singer, you shouldn't be rapping. No, I do it. I'm an artist. Okay, like, I want to write a song about oatmeal. Let me write a song about oatmeal. Like Jesus don't have to be in there.
Yeah.
Like Jesus and me. Like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm not saying nothing, just tearing down this kingdom. Like, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's a stigma I want to break.
Okay, that was good. And I remember, I wish we had more time so I could just go on and on, but I remember when I was younger and Kirk Franklin was like on the rise or probably had already been, but if he was heavy, like listened to in my mom's house, but then my grandma was like, she called it like the
He
different, like
he
the
get
type
deep
you're
out.
not supposed to listen to. And nowadays, like Kirk Franklin was featured on Glorilla's album with
Mhm,
a song, and then I think a while back on Chance the Rapper had did a song with Kirk Franklin and things like that. So I'm thinking, like, to me, he's opening and opening up a lane so maybe people who don't listen to gospel or haven't heard gospel are getting a chance to hear the word,
mhm,
because at the end of the day, we know that that's the mission for everyone to know the word of God. So if that's your mission as a gospel artist or a regular artist who does gospel from time to time, it would seem like a perfect collaboration.
mhm,
So I praise those type of collaborations. I love that type of music. Anytime someone steps out and does something aside out of the norm for themselves, I'm all for it. So I'm absolutely here for your music and your outlook on your music as well. I do have another one final question because it's absolutely mandatory at this point. I need you to give me five, the top five. It could be, dead. I say dead or alive, but I guess it doesn't matter. But top five, like, musical influences. It could be any genre, any category or whatever. Just I want to get like a ear of what's influenced you in the makings
okay.
of Tramaine Long.
All right. So, dang, this gonna be a tough one. Like, five for the five because it's way more. But Tank
Okay. Yeah.
vocally is one of my favorite vocalists and songwriters. Um,
Absolutely.
Tank is Timbaland's one of my favorite producers.
Hmm.
Ryan Leslie, he get overlooked like that a lot.
A lot.
Fred Hammond,
Wow.
uh, and I say Music Soul Child.
That's a beautiful top five.
Mhm.
Truly. Like, I could, first of all, my first concert that I ever went to, my mom took me to see Fred Hammond. And it was like, at first, I was a teenager. So I was like, oh, at first. And I went in there and I praised and I cried and I sung every single song and didn't realize how much of an impact Fred Hammond had on my love for music, like his voice and all of that. And Tank, I love Tank. I love his pen. I love any artist who can write for other artists and still make it sound like really good. Um, Timbaland, I'm from Virginia, so
That's
Timbaland
where
is
I'm
like,
from too, and that's where I live
for
at.
real?
That's where I live at.
Real?
Yeah, yeah.
What part?
I mean, I was born in Chesapeake. All my family here. My mom moved us to Georgia when I was a little kid, but I'm back
Okay.
now. I'm in Newport News now.
Okay, I lived in Newport News for 7 years. I was born in Norfolk, but I lived in Newport News for 7 years, like all of middle school and then the beginning of high school and then a little bit of elementary school now that I think about it. But yet,
Okay,
loved it. I love just traveling the East Coast period, but Virginia is always going to be home for me. And now I live in Georgia and I'm trying to get acclimated to this heat and, the lack
humidity,
of winter.
the
But
humidity, it is crazy. It
the
sound like a feel like
humidity,
an oven when you go outside in the summer.
oh my goodness. And then the
In the
freaking
house,
allergies for me is like,
pollen.
it's something to get used to, but I don't complain. God blessed me very much to even be here.
Mhm.
So I'm very thankful for it. And I'm thankful that I got to have this interview with you. Maybe we could do another one, like a part two or something along the
Yeah,
lines, because I got so much more to say, so many things to ask.
So you
You got a
so
lot of knowledge as well to
you have
share.
you had a time limit on all these on your shows.
Yeah, I set them for an hour just because sometimes once it gets over than that, longer than an hour, it takes forever to upload. And
Oh,
then two, it's like the views go down. People, it's hard to keep people. And a part of
attention.
like the marketing thing that I've been trying to do is to keep people engaged during the whole thing. So I wanted it to be like 30 to 45 minutes at first, but when I do interviews and then play their songs too, it has to be a little bit longer because it's just so much to say and so much to talk about. But I have no problem doing like part twos or, second and third interviews and
Hit
stuff
me up.
like that.
Just hit me up so we can do a part two of this. Y'all hear this now? Like, I want to
Absolutely.
add Hollywood, and then be like, I ain't say that on the thing. Hit me up so
I never act
we can do
Hollywood
a
for
part
sure.
two. No, no, I don't feel that though. I don't feel that. I feel humility, humbleness, and everything. So, which is good. But like, I want to do. I like doing these. I like talking about things like about this stuff. So, you know,
Yeah,
but I'm with you.
for sure.
I do want to give one thing. I know you. I don't know you had anything else you want to ask me because I do
No,
want
go ahead.
to put some stuff out there right quick. So
Yeah.
if y'all watching this, please go and stream my album, Tramaine Long Legendary, on all streaming platforms. It's an amazing album, and I have a deluxe coming at the top of the year of this album. Okay, got some. I got some. Listen to what's hot on the stuff right now, but I got some stuff that's going
Cooking up.
it's dope. So we still working on it. So
Yeah.
it's fresh. So y'all gonna get that. And also, I mentioned the Avidity Awards. Um, you can if y'all can go to the Avidity Awards, the avidity.com, avidityaward.com.
Mhm.
They have a compilation album. I'm on that compilation album, and they doing pre-sales. So if y'all go and that will when y'all go on there, like say who referred you and put my name should be in there, and
Mhm.
please go support and get a pre on the $10. We're trying to get on the Billboard charts with this. It's gonna be like once we do this, probably one of my first Billboard plaques. So
Yeah.
so please go support that. And also y'all want to find me because my wife gonna get on my head if I don't say this. If y'all want to find me or book me, y'all can go
Mhm.
to Tramainelong.com. Tramainelong. I think it's on the screen, but
Mhm.
it's Tramainelong long at Tramainelong.com. Y'all can book me on there. You can purchase my music on there. You can see my music videos. I got photos on there. All the good things like that, man. Y'all want to find what? Look, it's on there. So all my social media handles is on the website. So go follow
Yes.
me. All right, so that's all I gotta say, man. Go ahead.
That was perfect. Hey, okay, y'all heard them. Follow. We love to support here. Anytime you have new music or anything on social media or YouTube, I think is considered social media now, maybe. But anything you have that you want to share, you can always tag or collaborate with Unruly Plug or Unruly Conception, the page, and I'll just share it and promote it and do those things because we love to support and as many people as I can get to support. We just gonna keep continuing to just network and plug each other in because I think that's very important, especially in this music game with independent musicians who don't really have that opportunity sometimes, or maybe they do. I just want to connect people and allow them the chance to be able to get the tools. And it seems like you got a lot to give. Uh, Not sure if you have a lot left to learn, but it could be something out there for you, you know?
Oh yeah, like,
Thank you so much for this interview, though, and I hope you have a great day.
you too, and kill full sale. All right, go ahead and
For sure.
get that degree because
Yeah,
we brothers and sisters now. We are brothers in the
exactly.
Lord, but we brothers and sisters now in
It,
full sale, baby. So let's go and go
locked
to the
in.
graduation.
Should I? Because I was
Go
thinking
to
about it.
the graduation.
All right,
Go
bet. I'm
to the
going to look at.
graduation. It's dope. It's not like any other graduation. It's a whole production. Go to the
Really?
graduation.
That's all I needed to hear. I'm
Tell
down.
me. And you in Georgia, so you can go to Florida. It's right there.
Yeah, it's right down the
I had to drive
road.
all the way from Virginia to go there.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
So,
if it was worth it from driving from Virginia, then I know it's going to be
but this
worth it.
my that was my first time ever going across the stage and graduating
Really?
anything. Yes, and it was college. I didn't do that in high school. None of that. It was college. So, but I'm
Wow.
telling you, it's dope. They make it special for you. your name big on there. If you got a lot of
Everything.
awards, they have your awards up. So go.
What?
I don't want to keep wasting time, but go do that. Tell me, you're gonna enjoy that. That's gonna you work hard to get you want that experience.
Okay. Thank you so much for that.
No problem.
All
Son,
right.
just hang up.
Yeah. Have a good one.
All right. You can hit my phone too.
All right, bet.
All right, bet.
Gotcha. There we go. Stop that. And then maybe I can. Uh-oh, what's it doing? Oh, it's uploading.